1, 2, 3, 4. They pay paradise, put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, boutique and a swinging hot spot. Don't it always seem to go? You don't know what you got till it's gone. Pay paradise, put up a parking lot. They took all the trees, put them in a tree museum, and they charged all the people $1.50 just to see them. Don't it always seem to go? You don't know what you got till it's gone. Pay paradise, put up a parking lot. Well, hey, farmer, put away that DDT now. It makes spots on my apples, believe me, the birds and the bees. Please, don't it always seem to go? You don't know what you got till it's gone. Pay paradise, put up a parking lot. Ooh, ba ba ba. Ooh, ba ba ba. Yeah. Ooh, ba 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 ba. Oh, ba ba ba. Late last night, I heard that screen door slam. I heard it slam. That big yellow taxi come, took away my old man. Don't it always seem to go? You don't know what you got till it's gone. That Bay Paradise. Oh, I said Bay Paradise, yeah. They pay paradise and they put up a parking lot. Okay, so let's look at what I did for this song. I stuck on the introduction, which was kind of influenced, well, not kind of, very influenced by the Counting Crows cover version of Joni Mitchell's Big Yellow Taxi. So I just felt like, I don't know, let me just do that. I'm not real familiar with their version. I grew up listening to Joni. I played Joni's, I've played Big Yellow Taxi in a folksy kind of way for a long, long time. Joni tends to do it more like that. But I tend to just do it real strummy and folky in an open D. I'm now in an open G and capo 3, and so starting with the 5th string, that's my bass note. We're now in the key of B flat because I've got the capo up there. So all that is to say that these are some of the tools that I'm using. I've got it in an open tuning, got the capo up. Feel like that key is better for me right now with how I'm singing it, and I like the chords that I'm able to get in this tuning. So I started with this intro. Play paradise, put up a parking, and we could call that an ostinato. It's just a root, a fifth, and an octave. And while the chords of the verse are actually a 4 chord to a 1, 4, 5, it just stays on 1. So it starts it in a kind of interesting, a little tension-filled way. And then when you come in with, don't it always seem to go, that kind of opens it up. So I liked that the Counting Crows did that. As I said, I'm not real familiar with their version, but I listened to it prior to working on this arrangement just to get some influences, some other influences, some new influences. A lot of times when I've been doing a song for a long time, I get bored of that. Even if I've made an interesting arrangement, I want to change it up. So listen to the Counting Crows. And that's a great tool right there. Listen to somebody else's version, not to learn it. And there's really a distinction. You don't listen to learn it, you listen to just let it influence you. So I hope that makes sense to you. In this song, there's an identifiable hook, and there's not so much a chorus per se, although I think of, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone. Pay paradise. But that is the chorus, I guess. Put up the parking lot. But the ooh, bop, bop, bop. Ooh, bop, bop, bop. That's a real identifiable motif, let's say. And I chose, in between first and second verse, and in between second and third verse, I chose not to sing it. And my reasoning for that is just, again, like I've said throughout all of these, how am I going to shape this song? How am I going to build it? You know, so we started with this intro that's real sparse and palm muty and single note, single chord. We break out into strumming, and we do the first two verses pretty much in that same strumming fashion. So no vocal on the interim on that little motif. Shoo, bop, bop, bop. Third verse comes in. I'm looking at my notes, and I add it. So I add ooh, bop, 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 ooh, bop, 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 and I double it. So now I'm adding the vocal and I'm doubling the length. Another tool. Change the length of a section. Okay. We get to still the third verse is same kind of strummy stuff. Get to the fourth verse and I just make a break. Late last night, just that. Hear that? Late last night, I heard that on the road. Now I'm gonna do this little chromatic. So late last night, I heard that screen door slam. And so late last night, I heard that screen door slam. And normally it just holds on the one. And a big yellow taxi come, took away my old man. So I heard that screen door slam. Boom, boom, boom. Building tension, adding some new element. And a big yellow taxi come, took away my old man. One other slight difference, I did the first two, this is a voicing difference. The first two, don't it always seem to go? I've got a voicing that's kind of high. It's got the first string, second and third strings. And I do that for the first chorus, second chorus, and then I bring the voicing to a lower, where I'm not really focusing on the first string. That's just droning. Okay? They sound different. They're different voicings, and playing around with voicings of your chords can make a huge difference, make a subtle difference, or it can make a really big difference. So as you move through a song, you can shape the song differently by creating voicings that are, we call maybe more closed voicings, where there's lots of close harmonies, like a major, minor, second close to each other, or they're more open chords. So those all make a difference. So play around with your chords and your voicings. Finally, we come to the very last chorus. Don't it always seem to go? You don't know what you got till it's gone. Pave paradise. That pave would be on a 4 chord normally, and I'm bringing it to a 2 minor chord, which is a really nice substitution for a 4 chord. So pave paradise to the 5 chord. Instead of pay paradise, put up a parking lot, and I'm just looping that. The pay paradise, and then put up a parking lot, just jamming ad lib, put up a parking lot, and I just love those chords. So I'm just jamming with them, and I'm just stretching it out. Ba, 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 ba. Hold the note, and finally a different ending. Well, I don't know if it's a different ending. I know that I get stuck in same kinds of endings. Take note of how you end songs. I think a lot of us end songs the same way. Sometimes we'll just all end on a, or obviously with the band, it's really fun and easy to do that kind of an ending. There's also just letting things ring out. you know. So it's interesting to notice your endings. I have found that my endings sometimes are similar. So that's Big Yellow Taxi, and those are some of the concepts that I've thought about, used. Take those concepts, play around with them, expand on them, make them your own. Please like the video. Visit my website, Vicki Den. I can't even say my name, VickiGenfan.com. Visit my TrueFire channel. And thanks for being with me today. Bye-bye.